There is a story whispered through the ages, a tale as old as the search for wisdom itself. It begins not with a grand hero, nor with a battle or a prize, but with a young seeker, a person much like you or I, burdened by the noise of the world and the weight of their own swirling thoughts. This seeker traveled far and wide, crossing mountains and valleys, desperate to find the secret to a life of fulfillment, clarity, and purpose. Along the journey, the seeker met teachers and read books, gathered advice and collected philosophies. Yet with every new lesson, the mind grew heavier, not lighter. The seeker's head buzzed with contradictions, anxieties, and the relentless chatter of doubt. If only I could find the answer, the seeker thought. Then peace would be mine. One day, after many years, the seeker heard of a wise master living in a quiet village at the edge of a serene forest. It was said that this master possessed a unique calm, an unshakable poise, and the wisdom to guide those truly ready to listen. With hope rekindled, the seeker undertook the final leg of the journey. Upon arriving, the seeker found the master sitting quietly by a gentle stream, watching the water trickle over smooth stones. The seeker rushed forward, eager to spill every question, every worry, every fragment of confusion. "Master," the seeker began, "I have traveled so far. I have read so much. I have learned from many. Yet my mind is more troubled than ever. How can I find clarity? How can I achieve peace?" The master smiled, eyes twinkling with understanding, and gestured for the seeker to sit. Without a word, the master picked up a small, empty cup and a pot of tea. Slowly, deliberately, the master began to pour. The fragrant tea filled the cup, reached the brim, and soon began to overflow, spilling onto the ground below. Still the master poured, the liquid streaming over the sides, puddling in the grass. "Stop!" cried the seeker. "Can't you see the cup is full? No more will fit." The master paused, setting down the teapot. "Like this cup," the master said gently, "your mind is full of opinions, theories, worries, and fears. How can I show you the way unless you first empty your cup?" Those words struck the seeker like a thunderclap. In that moment, the truth was simple and profound. The path to wisdom, to clarity, to a life truly lived, begins by letting go, by emptying your mind. Emptiness, in this sense, is not about loss or lack. It is about making space. Imagine your mind as a garden. When it is overrun with weeds, with old beliefs, with unhelpful habits, nothing new can grow. But when you clear the ground, when you pull the weeds and loosen the soil, you create the possibility for fresh growth, for beauty and nourishment to take root. To empty your mind is to step back from the relentless stream of thoughts that swirl and surge within you. It is to let go of the need to be right, the compulsion to control every outcome, the attachment to every passing emotion and idea. It is to breathe, to be present, to open yourself to the wisdom that lies not in the noise, but in the quiet spaces between. In our modern world, we are bombarded by information, opinions, and expectations. We are told to hustle, to achieve, to accumulate more and more knowledge, possessions, experiences. Yet without pause, without the discipline to empty our minds, we become like the overflowing cup, unable to receive, unable to appreciate, unable to grow. But how do you begin? How do you empty your mind when it feels impossible to stop thinking, to stop worrying, to stop chasing after answers. The secret is not to force your mind into silence, but to notice what fills it. Watch your thoughts as you would watch clouds drifting across the sky. See them, acknowledge them, but do not cling to them. Allow them to pass, knowing that you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. Practice stillness, even for a few moments each day. Sit quietly, breathe deeply, and let the chatter subside. Do not judge what arises, simply observe. With time, you will discover clarity in the quiet, strength in the stillness, and wisdom in the emptiness. Remember, emptying your mind is not a one-time act, but a lifelong practice. Each day brings new noise, new worries, new distractions. But each day also offers a new opportunity to let go, to clear space, to start again. It is in this ongoing process that transformation happens. When you empty your mind, you make room for inspiration, for creativity, for new ways of seeing the world. You become receptive to the lessons that life is always offering. The beauty of a sunrise, the laughter of a friend, the insight hidden in a moment of challenge. You find resilience, able to bend without breaking, to adapt without losing yourself. And so, the story of the overflowing cup is not just a lesson for the seeker, but for all of us. It is an invitation to pause, to release what no longer serves us, and to trust that in emptiness, we find the space for all that truly matters. As you move through life, you will face storms and setbacks, triumphs and trials. There will be times when your mind feels crowded, when your heart feels heavy, when the way forward seems unclear. In those moments, remember the Master's words. Empty your mind. Let go of what you think you know. Create space for the new, the unexpected, the miraculous. In emptiness, you are not lacking. You are ready to listen, to learn, to grow, ready to receive the gifts of the world and to give your own gifts in return. This is the paradox at the heart of the journey. When you empty your mind, you become full of peace, of clarity, of purpose. So today, take a breath. Let go of the chatter, the clutter, the noise. Empty your mind and discover the power, the possibility, and the freedom that await you. The path to a meaningful life begins not with what you accumulate, but with what you are willing to release. In emptiness, you will find everything you need. If this story made you pause, even for a moment, to think about what truly matters, then maybe, like me, you're ready to stop chasing and start living. If it touched you, feel free to like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more stories that help us grow together.